Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I'm.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Inside joke there.
Yeah.
But hey, I just wanted to show you a couple of updates that we had. Plus, I'll let you know the black tank.
Oh my gosh.
Almost disaster, but we'll talk about that here in just a second. But let me give you a couple of updates that we've done in here, and then we'll go over that. So just yeah, look, that's one of them right there, Nancy. Whoa.
Yeah, we had a friend that we picked out the material at Walmart, and she made us some curtains, and that covers up that whole bunk. If you saw that before, it's just our storage facility, basically.
Yep.
And we have one over, I'm sure he'll show you in just a minute, one over the kitchen, which we've explained that before. That's where the microwave used to be. The previous owners moved it down below, and now it's just an open, ugly space, and now it's all covered up with the same.
Yeah, I'll show you guys that in just a second. So here it is. It's covering up that one spot there. And eventually, guys, we're going to remodel all of this stuff. But for right now, this is working great. Again, thanks, Nancy. You did a fantastic job. They look amazing. All right, so here's a desk area. Now, you guys have seen this already. My father-in-law put this Murphy table together there on the left-hand side that's holding the monitors. Hope did just start her new job this past Monday. Went very well, and they're really nice people. Went super well, and we're excited about this opportunity. And so then I realized that this spot right here was just empty. There was nothing here, and this is where we were putting like our little tables and stuff like that. But it really needed something, and I wanted to build something that we could put like our appliances and stuff like that. So right there is the Creamy, the Instapot, and then the Nespresso machine, and then our stuff like our keys and sunglasses. So built that. All I did was I measured it all out. I went to Home Depot first, but Home Depot saw it wasn't working, so I went across the street to Lowe's. They were awesome, and they cut it all apart for me, and then I had screws, so I put it all together here with Hope, and we put it on there, and it's awesome. It's not perfect, but I had needed to make sure it stayed light, so had to use more of a lighter type of wood there, and yeah, so that's what I did there. So I'm really happy with that. Plus, it expanded the desk a little bit, and then we've got our dehumidifier up there, and then this what is that, a bonsai?
Something like, yeah, I think so. That
Sarah Joy from Sarah Joy's Journey gave us there. And then over here, Sarah's husband Matt made this out of his 3D printer. How cool is that? And yeah, so that's that area there. But
what I also love about that is it opened up. All of those were inside the cabinet, so it opened up, and I was able to kind of reorganize our little kitchen area, pantry, all of that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for doing that, babe.
Yeah. Now this is what I'm most proud of. So we've had this projector since we bought the RV.
Yes.
And what we would do is we would put it on a table there in front of us and just put the screen up. And it was small, and then at the end of the night, we'd have to break it apart and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, we got to figure something out here. So I kept looking on Amazon. I was thinking about building a shelf that went across here at the top. And I thought that would be a little more tedious. There had to be something out there. So I found this ceiling mount. Check it out. So I found this ceiling mount, put it up. They didn't send me instructions. Way to go. But I'm going to put it in our description down below. I'll have it on our Amazon. In our Amazon store, but it was pretty simple to put together. Now the screws, some of the screws that they sent us is more for a ceiling, so I had to use some different screws to get it up onto here into the cabinet. But yeah, so then I connected it there. Thankfully, there's plugs there, so I've got our speaker there connected, and then we have this surround sound. So let me show you where the screen goes. So for right now, these are temporary, but this is where the screen connects, and it'll hang right up there. And I've got to get a different screen. The one that we have just really isn't working for us. So I'm going to get a different one. So when I get the new one, I'll show you guys what it all looks like. Plus, it's daytime. It doesn't look as well during the day. And then secondly, I didn't use it during the day anyways because Hope's sitting right here. So she would be behind the cloth. So it'll be it's like a cloth screen that hangs down. And so right now, I was able to measure it. So it's a little wider. So from the top all the way down is about 84 inches. So we've got about an 84-inch screen in this little RV. But it's awesome. I don't need glasses to watch the
Me either, yeah.
TV. It is super cool. And then eventually, you know, what I'd like to do is maybe get a sound bar or something and connect it here. So then it'll actually be behind the screen, but you know, that'll come in time. So yeah, that's what it looks like. But like I said, guys, I'll let you know what it looks like once we get the new screen. I'm looking at one right now on Amazon, and you know, I'm probably gonna purchase it here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, we'll definitely pop a picture up of you. Do you have that picture of you watching the game the other night?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pop that in so you can see what it looks like at night. It's ginormous, and then I also like it because it's covering up my workspace, so I'm not thinking about work at night. Also, it easily just, you take it down, fold it up, and put it away at night. So
yep, it's easy stuff. I've got the projector also on our Amazon link, but how we connect is through our Amazon Fire Stick. So I'm gonna have to get a secondary one because I have to keep switching this one out from our TV in the bedroom. So we're gonna get another Amazon Fire Stick to put it out here, and then this won't need to move anymore. I don't need to change anything out. The only thing with this projector was the remote that came with it didn't work. So I gotta kind of reach up and stuff and mess with it a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty set and it's working fantastic. So really, really happy about it. All right, guys, so this is where it all kind of started. I know, this is a washing machine. This is the washer side, and then this is the spinner. It doesn't dry, it just spins all the water out, and then you got to hang it. So we don't necessarily need this right now because there is a laundromat here where we live, but it's good to have. So I wanted to use it and just kind of see how it works. It works awesome, guys. If you want to see a video of me using this, let me know, and I can put something together. But it is great. This is great for RV life, if someone's boondocking, whatever, or if someone, I'm seeing these a lot in like high-rise apartments and things like that people are using these. But let me know if you want to see a video on it. It is awesome, and I do have this on Amazon as well. So wanted to use this, so I started getting it all connected. So you have to use water, of course, to get the water going into the machine. So let's go to that next step. So of course I needed water. So the day before, I had emptied out the tanks, right? So this right here is our clean water that's all filtered and stuff, and then this hose goes to the flush valve for the black tank. And so I had that connected, and that's what I was doing then. So let me go over to that spot to show you guys a little bit about the flush. So here's where the fresh water goes, and then you know, then you move this valve up here and you can fill for fresh water. And then this is the flush for the black tank. So I had that black hose connected here. Now, I had already emptied it out, but the only thing is I hadn't removed the hose off of it. I had turned off the water after I was done cleaning it all out. Very highly recommended, guys, if you have this in your unit, to clean it out. And let me tell you, when I was done maybe 2 or 3 times of flushing it out, the water was coming out just like the gray tank. That's how clean it was. So was using that, but I had everything off. The water was off, but I just hadn't removed the hose off of it yet. All right, so we're back here, and so this is where disaster almost struck. So again, here's our filtered water, clean water. This was what I was using, the black hose for the black tank, and everything was cleaned out. This is where you turn it on and off. So it was in the off position. This one clearly you can tell is on the on position. And then I put another hose here so I can fill the bucket, so I can start filling it for the washing machine, right? So I had the hose there. But I guess while I had connected it, I had accidentally, not realizing, moved this one a little bit, and it opened that up. And I heard water running, but it was only the water that I thought was coming out of that one. So I ran through the washer, got that, you know, the cycle done and all that stuff. Everything was great. And that whole time, the water is running in here, but I didn't know that. So I came back over, I turned off the water for the other side that I didn't need anymore for that hose, but I still heard the water running. But again, this one's on as well, so I thought maybe it was that one, but then I noticed that this one was just opened a little bit. And I said, oh boy, I'm in trouble. If the water had been running that whole time, that tank is full. But again, luckily we had emptied it a little bit, and so I just kind of said a quick prayer when I was sitting right here, and let me tell you what happened next. So I ran inside. Hope wasn't here, so I ran inside really quickly to make sure that there was no disaster in the inside where the water might have come up through the toilet. and thankfully it hadn't, but it was right there at the very edge when I looked to see, you know, how full it was, and it was full. If I had let that thing run for another maybe 10 minutes or so, it would have been a disaster. So I came out immediately, emptied out the tanks, and again, the tanks were clean from before, so I had no issues there. But that water was running for a little while, and you know, plus, you know, we had already used it maybe like a day or so, so it did have water in it. I do put, at least when it's empty, they do say don't leave the tank fully empty, so I put about 5 gallons in there, so I'll fill up a full bucket and put water in there. So there was water inside that tank already. So then it started filling up with this little bit that was coming through, and it was, boy, I tell you, it would have been bad. It would have been it would have been Adventures of Hope and Andy living somewhere else life if that would have happened. So thankfully nothing happened, and I was able to empty the tanks, which kind of helped out too, because it emptied them out and made them even cleaner. But yeah, so I immediately also came back and disconnected that hose. Guys, I'm one of those people that that attention deficit, you know, so that I just didn't even think about removing that hose when I had flushed it out, and because I was off, you know, I wasn't even thinking about it, so I just kind of moved on to something else and never removed that hose. So now that hose, if you guys notice, is no longer there. So I'll only use it now when you know, I'm going to flush out the black tank and then remove it. So lesson learned from that, because there isn't a shutoff valve on that, if you guys notice that. So only for the fresh water there is. So when you pop it up to the fill, it's filling up your freshwater tank, and then the other side is just pulling the city water. So when you use the sink, or you're using your toilet, or you're using the sink in the bathroom, you know, that's where that water's coming through. So crisis averted, lesson learned. Guys, let me know in the description. I was actually, I mentioned it to a couple of people here, and they told me about some incidents that they had with their black tank. Not something that I did, but it was just some things that they had done when they kind of started this lifestyle. So yeah, so let me know down in the comments below what stuff you guys went through with the black tank. And yeah, it's crazy. I'm so thankful nothing occurred. So guys, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We appreciate you all so much. Take care. We'll see you soon.